I'm Pat Dubé, and I've owned a construction company in Muskoka since 1995. Our vision for this project was to build a building that had a piece of Muskoka, a piece of Whistler, a little bit of wood trim, build something that's a little different than everybody else is doing.
My name's Doug Gray, and I've lived in the Muskoka area most of my life. About 6 years ago, we started to invest in some properties. We saw a real need for baby boomers, zoomers that had a lot of experience in the area, whether it be cottages or visiting the north. We felt there was a need to build a good condominium community. So our philosophy was to buy good pieces of property close to town, walking distance to downtown, and yet close to the walking trails and close to the lake. Build a good solid building, spare no expense, and go to the market at a reasonable price.
And so we now have hundreds of completed units in the Muskoka, Haliburton, Georgian Bay market, and we're very proud of that. This is a fantastic project. In Parry Sound we have, firstly, the most amazing view that you'll find anywhere. This is the only building perched this high on a rock looking out over Georgian Bay.
We got very lucky with finding the land. It was actually a joint venture with the town of Parry Sound. They had seen what we had been doing in other towns and really wanted a granite project in Parry Sound. We came up with probably the best piece of property in Parry Sound. Overlooks Georgian Bay. You really have to see this place. You have to come out to Granite Harbour. If you go up to the 4th floor and look out over Georgian Bay, you compare that to Toronto, you'd be looking at a $3 or $4 million condominium in Toronto.
This building is very well positioned in Parry Sound. We're sitting on a granite knoll. Most of Parry Sound is all granite. So we've been complimented on this building because of the colors and materials that we've chosen. It fits with the background of Parry Sound. It's appropriate to the location, has incredible views, and the landscaping will be tremendous when it is finished. We've used all of the natural rock, if you can believe it or not. All of the rock that we've used in all of our retaining walls came from this site, came from the blasting that we did for the foundation. So the building is sitting on Canadian shield, it's here forever, and it complements the materials we've used in longevity. So it's a concrete building, has concrete floors, and it has concrete walls between the units. We've been complimented because of how quiet these units are. You can't hear the outside from the inside, and you can't hear your neighbor because the walls between suites are also concrete. So people coming from a home and they may not be used to condominium living find the transition very easy moving into our buildings because of that. As the primary building element being ICF, insulated concrete forms, they're extremely easy to heat. We have residents in our buildings that have quoted their heating bills at just a little over $30 a month in gas consumption. We'll
have, again, another amenity building, a community center where people can play cards and do yoga and get together. We've got sort of a pond down at the bottom of the driveway, which at the end of the day, the amenity building will look over the pond. Again, the walking trails, we're right on a walking trail that can take you right down to the fine restaurants downtown.
We're close to the hospital, we're close to shopping.
Parry Sound Hospital is a state-of-the-art new hospital that has top surgeons. A lot of the hospitals outside of Toronto are working on a rotation program to attract top surgeons and top doctors. And we have the Stockey Centre, which is a $10 million arts center, spectacular. It hosts some great acts in the summer. It also is home to Bobby Orr's Museum, which is a really neat place. You can take the kids and they can shoot goals in the net, and it's a real neat center. In the summer, the waterfront and the inner harbour is full of activity. The seaplanes are going in and out. You can take a seaplane ride up to Henry's and have lunch, which is in one of the islands in Georgian Bay, and then bring the family back on the seaplane. Lots of stuff to do year-round. It's a worldwide boating destination. You can leave Parry Sound and go anywhere in the world. It's a big lake feel. Unlike Muskokas and the Haliburtons, it's a wide open, so if you like big boating and big water, Parry Sound's the place to be.
This project has a boat ramp. At the base of the project, you can launch a boat from here. We have boat parking within the property. The walking trails are amazing. You can walk for hours from here. We're on the Trans-Canada Trail, and that's part of it.
With the recent finalizing, if you will, of the 400, you can be in Barrie in an hour and downtown Toronto in 2 hours.
The balconies are extremely large if you compare these balconies to others. Glass railings to take advantage of the views, wood trims to give you the natural feel. We take pride in the amount of trim that we put into our units. You'll notice that our baseboards are higher than most. They're 7-inch baseboards. The casings around the windows are very large. It gives you a nice, comfortable feel, nice, comfortable environment to call your home.
We try not to nickel and dime people. When you see a price either on our website or when you come up to one of our presentation centers, that price includes everything. You can move right in. All your appliances are included. We go a little bit further. We give you high baseboards, a really good trim package, all at no extra cost.
Underground parking is a great feature to this building, especially if you're familiar with the winters in Parry Sound. You can park your car inside. It's heated. There's an elevator to each floor, obviously. You can park, you can go to Florida, you can leave your car here, you have no worries. It's all about worry-free living in Parry Sound. This
property is unique. There will not be another property like this in Parry Sound. Granite Harbour is the most prestigious address in Parry Sound today. The first building is completely sold out, and the second building is close to 50% sold out and moving very quickly.
This unit that we're standing in has one of the best views. There are only a few. We are at a price point that's unbeatable.
It's going to appreciate this real estate, these condominiums. There's not a better buy around. You're not going to find another place in Parry Sound like Granite Harbour, and they're going fast. Canadian real estate's the best investment in the world, and a place like Parry Sound with a waterfront view, you can't go wrong. There's only so many waterfront views, and there's only so much real estate close to towns in Ontario.
And if you don't act now, they will be gone and there won't be others.